Oaken is a very promising turn-based card game that brings a unique twist to the genre, all wrapped in a beautiful aesthetic. Each new run has you select a hero and a guide. These come with their own unique skills and units to use in combat. However, as of this review, there's only one hero and 4 guides to select from. But most importantly, I found the main gameplay loop to be very interesting, with a lot of depth the further I dug. At the beginning of a fight, you'll draw random cards from your deck. You can redraw some of them that aren't to your liking. At first, only your hero unit will be on the board. Your unit has a frontal arc, which denotes where it's facing. If an enemy attacks your unit from any of the front 3 faces of its hexagon, your unit will counterattack. This is how combat works, and these rules apply for every unit in the game, with a few exceptions. This promotes strategic placement of your units. If you attack an enemy from the back, you will not receive damage in return. However, sometimes taking the counterattack damage is worth it, because time can be of the essence in Oaken. You will find yourself swarmed at times, and many enemies come with traits that make them tricky to fight, like detonating upon death, or lowering your max health for the chapter. Most units can move and attack once per round, unless they get some sort of buff. Placing new units down or casting a spell costs you Lumi, the mana of this game. Every new round will have your Lumi pool replenished and increased by 1, so things escalate quite quickly throughout the fight. I found it incredibly fun to perfect my turns with efficient combos. This is made easier by the fact that you can undo the last unit's move in case you're unhappy with it. All info is also clearly telegraphed on screen, so you know how the turn will play out when you end it. But I really love how complex combat can get. Trinkets you pick up can change matches quite extensively, as well as map modifiers. And at times, enemies can turn tiles purple to give them buffs. However, you can benefit from green tiles, and battling over that can get quite interesting. On top of that, every card you can play can be used only once in a fight. Well, actually they will return, but in a special form. If you decide to use them in this form, they'll be exhausted from your deck for the duration of the current chapter. So it's quite a risk-reward mechanic to play around with. There is a lot of risk-reward management in this game, which I appreciated. In between battles, you can select which path to traverse, which can come with rewards or events that have you make a choice. This is also your chance to manage your deck. As you complete battles and potentially complete optional objectives, you'll be rewarded with dust. This dust can be used to upgrade the damage and health of your cards. You'll also obtain wisps, modifiers that can be attached to your cards and give them powerful traits, like one that gives a unit the ability to heal friendlies when placed near them. You can also destroy cards here to gather dust, in case they're messing up your card build, although since cards aren't easily reusable in battles without exhausting them, that's quite risky. There's a lot of constant thought you have to put into the game. I found that the unit varieties were really fun to play with and against, and this was all elevated by the lovely soundtrack, although it's severely lacking in the number of tracks, and a wonderful art style and unit designs. Overall, I think the game is great. It's worth noting that it is in early access, so there's some missing art and only 3 chapters currently, so runs aren't incredibly long. But it is a roguelike, so replayability is inherent to a certain extent, and I think what's already there is very fun. If you enjoy games like Slay the Spire and Into the Breach, Oaken brings unique ideas to the mix that you might enjoy. I personally look forward to seeing how the game evolves up until its full release. Thank you for watching everyone. If you want to pick up Oaken, there's a link in the description. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.